How did I start numbering these? Did I start with 5 or did I start with number 1? So not sure if, Hey everyone, my name's Eric. Thanks for checking out my channel. Today we're going to talk about something about my upcoming trip to Walt Disney World. So I actually leave in a few days. I'll be there next week at this time. And I'm really excited. I can't wait to be back. It's been the longest, I think, since I started this bucket list year. And you can check out my vlogs from this whole trip. This is the last of the 5 trips within 12 months. And I'm not doing more. I can't afford to do more. I will have more Disney trips. It just will not be as continuous as this year has been. So this week, I wanted to talk about something about my trip that I've been thinking about, and specifically, it's rides that I have avoided or not done at Magic Kingdom. It's so easy when you go to Walt Disney World to only worry about those high e-ticket rides. And if you don't know, an e-ticket basically is the really popular rides, the main attractions at each park. That's what they're known as, that used to have a ticket specifically to let you on those. They don't do that anymore, but they're still referred to as e-ticket rides. So those things like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, those rides are so easy to make sure you always ride on every trip. And then you also add in some like Pirates of the Caribbean and these classic rides that you just want to make sure that you have time on, that you sometimes forget about some of the other rides. And I've done that. There are 5 rides / attractions that I have yet to do on any of the last 4 trips to Walt Disney World. And I'm gonna correct that on this trip as much as I can. So specifically, they're at Magic Kingdom. I've done most of the other rides at the other parks. It's a little bit easier, there's less rides at those parks. Before we get started though, let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, that really does help me out. Hit that bell icon because you don't wanna miss the videos when I get back. And I do have a special announcement coming in 2 weeks, so you won't wanna miss out on that. But then follow me on Instagram and Twitter because I'll be posting stuff to my stories on Instagram every day while I'm down there. And you can interact with me while I'm down there, help me figure out some stuff that I want to do, or just give me some tips when you see me doing something. You're like, hey, did you know this? Because there's so much down there. I'm sure there's stuff I don't know. And it's always really helpful when you do that. All right? So let's get started with this. And these are the 5 things I've yet to do at Magic Kingdom that I hope to rectify. So I'm gonna start with what I consider to be the least offensive ones and work my way up. And so the first one that I've not done is Jungle Cruise. I've not done it. I just haven't ridden it. To be fair, I rode it twice when it was Jungle Cruise, okay? So I have done the attraction. I did the overlay for the holidays when I was there in November, but I do want to make sure that I ride it in its normal form. It's a classic ride. It's a very Disney ride. And it's one of the few rides left where you get a cast member that's actually leading you through the ride and telling you a story. They don't do those rides as much anymore. The second one's not too bad. I've never ridden it. I don't think I would normally, but people have told me they love it. And it's Goofy's Barnstormer, which is like the easiest coaster at Magic Kingdom. And I've just never taken time to ride it. I've been over there in Storybook Circus and I've seen it and I've taken photos of it, but I've never actually taken the time to ride it. So I will probably try and ride that as much as I can. Should be an easy one to get a fast pass on in the middle of the day, because I don't think it ever gets that crowded. This third one's tricky for me, and it's because I always forget it's there because it makes me think of another ride in another park, and it's Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. I always think of it as Toy Story Mania, and it's not, and I honestly don't really know a whole lot about what the differences are, so I do want to ride that ride because I've not done it. I think it's similar in that you're in a cart and you are shooting at items and you're trying to rack up a high score. But I think it's just got a different premise, and I think it's less mini-gamey than Toy Story Mania over in Hollywood Studios in Toy Story Land. So I want to check that out because I also have never met Buzz over at Magic Kingdom, so I should do that too and try and cross off some more of my character bucket lists. But yeah, we'll see how that goes because there's many characters. That's a whole different video. We're not gonna do that right now. So that's number 3. So that leaves us 2 more. And these are the ones I think are the most offensive because people love them and I've never done them. Number 4. How did I start numbering these? Did I start with 5 or did I start with number 1? Doesn't matter anymore. All right, People Mover. I've never ridden it. I think I might have in 2000. I'm not entirely sure, but I know I've not ridden it this past year. So I definitely want to take some time and do that. I've heard it's just a nice ride to ride and I probably can get some good photos from it. So gonna try that out. If you're one of the people that loves the People Mover, I mean, there's t-shirts and there's everything about that ride. So people love it. Leave me a comment below and give me some tips and tricks about it, like time of day to ride it, any kind of thing like that, just so I know like when to get the best experience. Is it even matter? It's just go whenever I want. So that leaves us with this last one, and it's the most offensive of them all. I really tried to do this one last time and I ran out of time. I was waiting and then I actually left before I could see it because I just needed to get over to Epcot and back, and I'm kind of nervous to tell you what it is. All right, it's Country Bear Jamboree. I've not sat through that show, and I loved it as a kid, and I'm sure I'll love it again, but I'm going to make time on this trip to experience that attraction because it is just a classic Disney attraction, and I need to experience it as an adult and remember it, and it's a nice way to cool off, and it's gonna be hot when I'm down there. So there are other rides and attractions I have not done. I could have listed them here. I haven't done Dumbo or Magic Carpets. I might try to. I've done them enough as a child, but there are also rides that I don't know if I would really enjoy as an adult. I think part of the experience with those is going on them with kids. So yeah, if I have time, I will do those, and if not the big a deal. But it's just really rough, isn't it? Like, if you go and you want to make sure you ride Peter Pan, you want to make sure you ride Small World, and you want to make sure you ride Pirates and Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, your day gets filled up pretty quick, and these other attractions just haven't fit my schedule. So I'm going to try and correct that. Let me know in the comments below if there's rides that you always ride when you're there, and rides that you're like, oh, I need to ride this because I haven't ridden it in forever because I always ride these other rides. Again, be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video because it really does help me out, and then hit that bell icon so you get notified when I get back. Like I said, there is a special announcement in 2 weeks, so you won't want to miss that. And then follow me on Instagram and Twitter so you can interact with me and help me on my trip and let me know about any tips and tricks of things I might be missing specifically with these rides or any other rides while I'm down there. Because I have some really cool experiences planned that I have never done before, and I think a couple of them people don't even know about. So I'm really excited to do those. I say this all the time and I really do mean it. Thank you for checking out this video. It means a lot to me when you guys leave me a comment below, give it a like, and subscribe to my channel. It's been a crazy year doing these videos, and hopefully they've been helpful to some of you. So make sure you do those things like I just said, and hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. I'd love just to say hi and get your feedback. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks, and until then, have a really magical day. All right, that's number 2. So that's number 4. All right, so that's number 4. That leaves us one more. No, crap. All right, so that's number 3. So that leaves us 2 more. And these are the ones I think are the most offensive because people love them and I've never done them.